Hi, it's KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and my guests today are with the Czech Village Association putting on Cedar Rapids Annual Houby Days contest. Adam Sines is here. Adam, welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
And Jeff Simoneau. Hi, Jeff.
Hi.
Nice to have you both here. I know you're both involved with the festival. Adam, you're, of course, a business owner.
Yeah, Up and Smoke Barbecue.
Czech Village, your awesome barbecue place. How's the barbecue biz?
It's doing fantastic. Smoky as always.
And Jeff, you call yourself a checkmate, a check by marriage. That's how you
right.
got involved in all
I
this.
do a lot of volunteering through the Czech Village Association and through the museum, National Czech and Slovak Museum and Library.
And Houby Days has been going on for as long as I can remember.
This is the 48th year.
Okay.
Yes.
They had a couple of years in between COVID that couldn't quite come out, but they've been keeping it going now for just about as long as anybody can remember in Cedar Rapids.
Yeah, it's a great tradition. Houby, of course, is a Czech word that means mushroom.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Sort of, kind of, right?
Yeah.
I'm kind of on the right track there.
It's right around there.
And so there's always, since it's mushroom season and morel season in Iowa, that's always a big part of this.
For sale, and there is a morel mushroom contest on Saturday at front of Lions Bridge Brewery.
Oh, okay. Well, how do you judge a morel mushroom? What are the criteria that go into
They're going to have
a winner?
4 categories. They will have the most unique for shape, I imagine. They'll have the smallest, the largest, and then the most creative display with morel mushrooms.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there's a lot going on besides mushrooms. And Adam, I know that live music is near and dear to your heart. You're a performing musician in addition to running the barbecue place. So I'm guessing that's something that you've been involved with, lining up a lot of great music for this.
We have some great bands coming out, some great individual artists as well. We'll have 2 stages on the Vintage Market patio right across the street from Up and Smoke Barbecue, and then as well the more traditional music at the Cossack Bandstand. We will have all-you-can-eat barbecue buffet going all day as well through that, so you can go in and out, but there's plenty of other great vendors and stuff to check out as well.
So, as you said, a variety of music. So you're going to have not just traditional Czech music, but there's going to be lots of different kinds of bands for people.
Yeah, there are a couple of different individuals coming out just to do their kind of classic folk rock singing thing that people love to hear around town.
Kind of singer-songwriter type stuff.
That's right. And then some great bands as well. We have our open jam, so any musicians can come out that evening and perform with us, and they'll all eat that buffet for free as well.
Rich Wager was in last week, and I know that the Swampland Jewels Trio is going to be one of the bands that perform. He was pretty jazzed about that.
Yep, they've been out a couple times with us, and they always do a great job. A couple other ones, Barefoot Becky has been with us a couple times. She's some of that more traditional Czech style.
Big following.
Yes, yeah. She brings a great little crowd out, and she knows how to put on a fun time, that's for sure.
And there's also a heavy metal tuba band.
That's right.
Well,
You
what
definitely have to see that.
What would a Czech festival be without heavy metal tuba?
There you go. That's actually got my grandfather, Kyle Patrick,
Oh,
been
of course
on the
it
show
does.
a couple times.
Oh, yeah. So a returning champion to the Culture Crawl.
That's right.
Jeff, what are some of the other activities?
Lots of dancing. They actually have 2 visiting dance troupes coming this year, one from St. Paul, Minnesota, and one from Southern California, San Diego area. They'll be performing both Saturday and Sunday.
So these would be traditional Czech dances.
Traditional Czech and Slovak. And then we also have our own local youth Czech ensemble, Svetlušky. Been around for about 18 years now. It's all children from ages 6 to 18, and it's all volunteer, and they'll be performing on Sunday at 2:30 out by the Cossack Bandstand as well.
I'm sure there'll be kolaches.
There will be kolaches to be purchased. There's also demonstrations at the Czech Museum on Saturday and Sunday. You can learn how to make them. There'll be kolaches for sale there as well as at the Health Hut. And we actually have a kolache eating contest on Sunday at 1 o'clock. So if anybody wants to join, there's categories for young children, teenagers, and then for the adults.
What are the days and hours of the activities?
Everything starts Saturday and Sunday at like 9 in the morning with the kickoff, and they end at 9 p.m. Sunday, I think it ends a little earlier, probably 6 p.m.
And did you say you have some activities on Friday as well as kind of a pre-game for the festival?
Yeah, it's the kickoff. They'll have from 5 to 7 is the Czech Plus Band at the Cossack Bandstand. And then for people that want to wander over for some more music, over at Nubo, they have Rock the Block there where they're kind of kicking some off.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Jeff, as a Czech by marriage, as you know, and since your wife is Czech and you've been immersed on this. She
Yes.
works at the Czech and Slovak Museum, so you're immersed in Czech culture a lot.
Right.
As you've learned more and more about it, throughout your life, what's been kind of the thing that sticks out when you think about what you've learned about Czech and Slovak culture?
I would say there's a lot of pride in what the Czech culture offers as far as the creative soul. I mean, they do a lot with art, the visual art, with music especially. A big part of that, when you go through the Czech Museum, people don't realize how much is there to see with not only the permanent exhibits, but the rolling exhibits that they have. And if you haven't had a chance to check out the Orloy, the clock tower out
Yes.
there, fantastic. And they just 2 weeks ago added 2 marble statues, 1,000 pounds each, the marbles from Italy. And they're carved angels now on the sides of that Orloy clock tower. It's fantastic to just go watch that chime every hour on the hour.
When we think of Czech and Slovak culture regarding, artistic pursuits, the first thing we think about is the traditional dress.
Right.
And the museum has a wonderful exhibit
Yes, they
showing
do.
all the different sub this is this is the Slovak style and the Czech
Right.
style and the Moravian style and how they are similar but each have their own things. But that's really just where it starts, especially if you go through the museum. You see so a lot of art, and of course then there's the who's the guy who has the Art Deco posters? Yes.
Alphonse Mucha.
Yeah, that were such a thing during the 60s.
One thing that surprised me too was how many people from the Czech and Slovak republics come and visit here, and they see a festival like Houby Days, and there's festivals just like that all over the Midwest and in the country. They see the original traditional kroy being worn by the women and the outfits and the vests by the men. That's something you don't even see over there in the Czech Republic and Slovakia that much anymore.
Oh, sure. They probably don't.
They
It's-
do not.
yeah.
They didn't embrace it, and I think after communism, put a lot of that to rest. And they're surprised and shocked to see in the USA we have pockets of that where they still keep those traditions alive.
in the same way that an Irish festival in Boston is in some
Exactly.
ways even more Irish than a party is in Dublin.
You've got it.
Because that's the part of the culture that was preserved
That's
by
right.
people when they came through. Would you describe our Czech and Slovak culture here in Eastern Iowa as still alive and vibrant?
It is, especially what people are very familiar with the kolaches, those treats that they make. And I know they have cherry is a wildly popular one, apricot, poppy seed. I've seen them with cream cheese, apple. You can make them with almost any kind of filling if you want. But
And you can learn how to make them at the
you
fest.
can learn
That's
how to
right.
make them this weekend anytime. And, yeah.
Okay, well, we mentioned heavy metal tuba with Kyle. Aside from that, Adam, give us a couple more bands that we should definitely plan on seeing.
Well, we're going to have Patrick Tecklenburg and Wyatt Forrester, 2 great local singer-songwriters, are going to be performing with us. We do have a couple of youth academies coming out as well. The School of Rock and Eastern Iowa Arts Academy will be performing, and they always put out a great time. They're always open to accepting new applications too. So, and then we have a couple more. Well, let's see if I can look through my list here. This is what we're cutting out here.
Highway 151. Maybe,
Highway
right?
151 is performing. Like we said, Barefoot Becky just after that. And then Go Banesh Quartet, who has actually
Go.
played with
Yeah.
Jazz Under the Stars. They'll be performing, and they have a great set as well.
Yeah, Go is a very talented sax player, graduated
Yes.
from Kirkwood last year and promptly auditioned and got the first chair alto in UNI Jazz Band 1,
Yes.
which I don't think happens to transfer students very
No,
often.
that's definitely a very coveted position out there for those that don't know. I mean, they have one of the best jazz programs around that you can participate in. And just to come in and sweep the competition like that, it definitely shows something we've got here in Eastern Iowa growing.
I heard him at the Festival of Bands that Kirkwood put on a week or so ago, and every bit, he's just gotten better. So that's definitely a not to be missed there.
Yes, and surrounds himself with other great musicians as well. Jacob Marquette is the guitar player. He's got a great backline with him as well.
We want to find out some of the activities, want to see the schedule and all that
Yes.
stuff. I'm sure there's a website or a Facebook page. How do we find out more information?
You can go online at czechvillagecedarrapids.com.
All right. It's Houby Days coming up May 16th and 17th. Give me that website one more time.
czechvillagecedarrapids.com. CZECH. Villagecedarrapids.com.
All right. Well, I know there's a lot of moving parts that go into something like this. Thank you both and all the committee for all the work that you've gone to put this together. And we're looking forward to a great Houby Days in Cedar Rapids. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you for
us,
your time.
Dennis.
You can hear the Culture Crawl live on the radio most weekdays at 10:30, on demand at kcck.org/culture, or subscribe using your favorite podcast player. Watch our videos on the KCCK Facebook and YouTube channels. Our producer is Lydia Kilgore. The Culture Crawl theme is composed by Vivian Shanley. I'm Dennis Green, and I'll talk to you later.